All right, well, I have two, actually. The first one is how languages are learned, and that's largely because it takes the whole idea of second language acquisition and it makes it really accessible. So the idea that a regular teacher has a vested interest in understanding language acquisition theory and doesn't have to have an advanced degree to be able to understand it. At the other end of the scale, well, I've been working with Let's Go for over 20 years, and so I'm quite fond of it. But I think also one of the reasons that I really like it is that I've seen children's EFL grow up about the same length of time that the book has been out. I mean, though I've been working with it since before Let's Go, there really weren't books for teaching children English as a foreign language. Everything was just adapted. And now it's really exciting to see the influence in, including chants and including motion and including rhythm and including verbs and getting children to ask each other questions. And so I know it sounds really conceited to say my own book, but it is one of my favorites. Well, there's a who and a what. Again, since I work so much in primary ELT, the who would probably be Carolyn Graham. It's hard to believe that jazz chants came out, first in like the late 70s. It's hard to imagine anything that has been around as long as that still is influential. I just recently did a short little blog post with just a video clip of Carolyn demonstrating how to create a jazz chant, and it's still the most popular blog post on Teaching Village. And the fact that Carolyn is tirelessly going around the world just giving away. I mean, she's telling everybody how to use rhythm and music in order to reinforce teaching. And if you look through, you can't look through a children's course book without seeing the influence that Carolyn has had in showing teachers that they can use rhythm not just as a fun game outside the lesson, but as a teaching tool to help children remember language. So that's my who. The what is the internet. This is my first visit to IATEFL, and I can't walk down the concourse without running into people that I talk with online every day. I'm in Japan, and I see teachers from Turkey that I talk to. I see teachers from Greece that I meet every Wednesday on ELT chat, and the fact that I knew them before arriving here adds an entirely new dimension to conference attendance. And then also the idea that teachers have so much more ability to learn from each other now, or to connect my students in Japan with students in Croatia, for example, or to have online projects that bring students from different parts of the world into live conversation, or asynchronous projects where they get to share ideas. It's a mind-blowing concept for me still. I love it, but it's nothing that anybody could have really projected 25 years ago, I don't think. I wish I had known how little I actually knew. I started out thinking I knew quite a bit about teaching, I think. I wish I had known that it was okay to look stupid. I wish I had known that it was okay for my students to see me make mistakes, and that it was actually a really good way to show them that it was okay to make mistakes too. I wish I'd known that the longer I went along teaching, the less I would actually feel that I was really sure that I knew. I could have relaxed a lot more, I think.